Hey folks, I got a quick one for you today. If you're having problems with your Hydroboost, I might have the answer. So before you return your old Hydroboost unit, make sure you watch this video and I'll give you a couple of tips first, because you might return the part you're going to need still in your old one. So first thing, when you get it home, you're going to notice, so this is on a 97 Chevy Tahoe is what I'm going to be putting this on. But when you go to put your master cylinder on, okay, you're going to notice that this pin right here is too long. Okay, that's your problem. It's not, the design's a little bit different than the old ones, but this little plunger, this piston and spring in here, is what you're going to have to change. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get it out and do everything you need to do. But this is the part number that you're probably going to need if you've got like a 96 Chevy somewhere in there. But it's a 159-74046, and that should be the piston that you're going to end up needing. And I'll get you the measurements of the difference between this one and the one that you're going to need. But you'll need to remove this and then return the core. But hopefully you didn't send your core back already with this piston in it, because this is too long. So again, this is a OEM GM part number, and again, if it's too long, then you're going to need the one that I have. The booster that I'm using is a 52-7336. They actually use those on Dodge and a lot of different diesels. Typically they will use those because you don't have the vacuum in order to use those. So first things first, we need to get this old one out. Okay, now you're going to need to push down and turn it to where this little finger is in this notch. Okay, and then when you do that, you'll need to get a little screwdriver to assist you to get it out. I might be able to, probably not, but I'm going to have to get a screwdriver, and it'll be, oh, I got one right here actually. It comes out, as you see, pretty easy. Okay, so here's the old one. Here's the old piston, or the new one I should say. Now you're not going to need those. You can see I bent that a little bit. Doesn't really matter, you can bend it back. But the piston that I have already has a new one in it. Okay, so you can see that this one has a little bit of a taper to it on the end, and you can clearly see the length difference. There's a big difference there. So now when I put this piston in, okay, you'll see that there's enough clearance for this to also go in all the way now. So all you have to do is just put your spring and your piston and everything back in there. So I'm going to get this all assembled and we'll be right back. Alright, now I don't think you're going to be able to see it on my camera, but you should be able to see it on his. So you're just going to want to set your piston down in there, get your spring in there, and then you're going to want your little retainer. The other one, these little fingers were curled up like so. So I'm going to just push down until I get it aligned on that piston. And this is going to probably be kind of tricky. Okay, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but I put the piston in, spring in, and then I got the star down on the back side of this lip right here. Okay, so I pushed the piston, I got this star in, right? Push the piston over into the hole. Okay, and then once you get it to there, just make sure she's all the way down, push down and turn, that way you're not in this notch anymore. Okay, and there we go. Now, go ahead and hold that. Alright, now we got that off. I can show you how now your master cylinder will fit as long as this is the right diameter here. I'm back. I just had to go to the store and get the proper master cylinder just to show you that it'll work. I had the wrong bore, but now it'll go all the way together. But this other one, so this is a 1/2 ton here. This 1/2 ton is a larger diameter. So I got a 1/2 ton. Well, this is for a 3/4 ton. And why am I putting a 3/4 ton on a 1/2 ton truck? That's because that's what I want to do. It may be different, obviously, for you. But the only thing you're going to have to do with this master is just know that your bore size can be different. But it does bolt up, and now it does go in all the way with the new piston in there. So this will bolt up just fine. We're going to have to bleed everything. So first I'm going to get the Hydroboost put on. I might do a little bit of video on installing that also. So if you want to see any of that, then go ahead and come on back. But again, the one last time, if you need the part number for that piston, it is GM number 15974046. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.